new viruses are coming up, new diseases are coming up. So we have to see plant should be resistant to that. Farmer is very smart. They are very picky of what they want to sow because seed is your first input. If the seed is good, everything else is good. Farmer is also brand conscious. India has actually set the framework for the world. We also have few products registered in PPVFR.
Wow.
And we are also DSIR certified. So we have farmers' right, which is not there in other countries. And you have to wait for that window. One opportunity you will be given.
Hey, you are listening to Dream 100 Business Show podcast with Savita Hosamane. Our mission at Dream 100 Business Show is to help business owners move to the next level in their personal growth and business growth brand journey. In this episode, we talk to Mr. Balwant Singh, who is the Managing Director of Lucky Seeds Private Limited. The main goal of Lucky Seeds is to ensure that farmers relish a better lifestyle, because only when farmers are successful, a country is successful. Now let's have a peek into the brand story of Lucky Seeds. Today I am excited to talk to Balwant Singh, whom I had met many years ago in connection with an innovative product development of bringing a smile, or should I say a laugh, across every face. Though that product did not materialize, nevertheless, Balwant is committed to bringing smiles across farmers' faces through Lucky Seeds. And he is doing a marvelous job. Innovation, research, smiles, and Balwant are all synonymous to me. It was such a pleasure to take a closer look at Lucky Seeds, which today is one of the top seed companies in India. With a strong commitment to quality, innovation, and customer service, the company has emerged as a leader in the seed industry. I'm curious to learn more about Lucky Seeds' research and testing process, the range of products and seeds they specialize in, and how they became the farmer's most trusted friend. So join us on this journey through the wonderful world of seed research and agriculture as we uncover the story of Lucky Seeds and their star products through Balwant, who is right here, right now with us. So let's get started. Welcome to Dream 100 Business Show, Mr. Balwant. It's truly an honor and pleasure to have you here after all these years.
Thank you, Ms. Savita. I am very glad to be here and happy to be talking to you.
Awesome. So from what I understand, Balwant, is you are a second generation entrepreneur for Lucky Seeds.
Yes.
And also you had or you're still having an MS degree in information system from Illinois State University. And what inspired you to join Lucky Seeds as a second generation entrepreneur?
I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I guess from 10th standard onwards, when the mobile phone first came out, I wanted to be one of those guys who wanted to make Nokia, companies like that. My dad, Mr. Bhuta Singh Kanwal, plays a very big role in this. We used to go to fields together. He's been in the seed industry all his life. 30 years he gave it to this industry.
Wow.
And so when we were kids, we traveled with him. It was very exciting, getting excited about the vegetables we see. And the best part was my transition was not very difficult because I was running another company before getting into Lucky Seed called Seed Buzz. So we were doing recruitment and market research for seed companies or agri input companies. So I understand the opportunity in this industry. It is still what we are following are very old techniques for market, for research and things like that. But still, there is a big opportunity in this. And that's what excited me to get into this. And my father played a very big role because seeing him all aggressive and active, and there would be a twinkle in his eye. And so that pushes you when you see somebody get excited.
So awesome. Since Lucky Seeds and Seed Buzz is all about seeds, so how does Lucky Seeds source its seeds from?
Yeah, so
Mm.
we are primarily into vegetable hybrids. So we have a very big, very good R&D team who works in coming up with parent lines, because a hybrid is we hybridize. That is, you make one characteristics from a male and one characteristic from a female, and that's where you select the features of the plant you want. So, for example, we want a round tomato. So we make one plant will have a round tomato and you want high yield, so the other female might have higher yield. So you cross those two and come up with a product. So we have a team which has been doing a lot of research in this. We do these selections. We get a lot of parents from universities, agriculture universities across India and around the world. And also we do field collections. So some varieties, if we like, think this will be a possibility, but not everything is converts into what you want. So we have
Mhm.
failures, but with the trial and error methods, we do a lot of research in that direction.
Mhm. Yeah, like as you said, you procure seeds and then you do research and come out with a plant variety. So, what are some of the unique plant varieties which Lucky Seeds has come out with in the recent years?
Right. As I told you, we're vegetable based. So okra, bhindi, 143, we have a variety BD 143, which is doing extremely well. Then we have tomato varieties like Anushka, which is for the sour markets, acidic type. And then we have Kohinoor, which is rain, heat tolerant, and also virus resistant. So areas where there is high virus, farmers want to grow tomatoes. They buy these seeds, and we have muskmelon, Vivek. Our muskmelons in Andhra is kind of number one variety at this point.
Wow.
So we're very happy and proud of that. And chili also, we have varieties, virus resistant varieties which we are coming up called Paras and Anamika. These are our heroes.
Okay, whatever names you said, we relate only with the vegetables as the end customers, but
Right.
your customers are farmers. So, do they also identify with this Vivek, Anushka, Kohinoor?
Yes, yes. Oh, there. I mean, it's like this, but I think they're our biggest research team, more bigger than our own team. The idea is we talk to the farmers. Our marketing team is always on the ground. We don't have offices in our
Mhm.
regional offices. Everybody's on the move. So we talk to the farmers. We take their feedback. We ask them what is that is lacking in our products. What is that you like about it? So we get a big feedback from this. They are very important for us considering they're our customer, but they are also our biggest critics. Their opinion is at the highest point. So we wait, talk to them, and based on that, we direct our research in that direction. So some places where certain varieties work, even though they might be the best, that's not what the farmer wants. Farmer wants certain specific shape or certain size. We move our R&D based on that, and we have like hotspots. These are places which are the most difficult conditions for the plant to grow. So we do spend a lot of time. We plant the seeds there, and we see whether the growth is as per our expectations. And in that also, there is a lot of filtering happens.
So, during this entire process of research, it is just the farmers' cooperation, the entire funding or anything, it is taken care by your team.
Yes, yes. We have to invest. First of all, the parents have to be pure. Pure lines have to happen, because when you plant something, you have an expectation when you're putting in there. Like, for example, a chili, you want a dark green chili which does not have wrinkles. So you work in that direction. You make sure that all the purity is there. You plant them. Then you wait for one cycle. You have to wait till it grows. You can't take a decision before. So that's
Mhm.
another 60
Mhm.
to 90 days. After you gather, then you make sure that there's no viruses. So once you do that, then you do the selections next round. Then you
Mhm.
do multi-locational trials. Then in multi-location trials, if you pass, then you go to sales, which is trial sales. In the
Mhm.
trial sales, if the farmers like it, then that's when you actually sell. So it's
Oh.
4 to 5 seasons long.
Mhm. Mhm. So this is a very time consuming process
Yes.
since you said multi locations. So you need to have a very strong connection with the farmers. for them to also cooperate with you and come out with these kind of research based output.
Right.
So how do you manage that?
Well, I think hats off to my team, which is more of my family. So we have conversations on Sundays, late nights. Just a few minutes back, my team from just send me the photos of the field they were in. It's so late, still they're out there. I think the first credit should go to them, my marketing team, my processing team, make sure that the seed is available, our R&D team who is making that effort, looking into the minute details. Yeah, primarily them, and then we have to sometimes plan accordingly, hope for the best from the weather gods help stay on our side, which is not happening. so so we move our research in that direction also.
So, like, what are the challenges you and your team face when it comes to actually coming out with these kind of varieties? This is a huge research, right? Like, even
Right.
vegetables also, there are hundreds of vegetables. So, how do you actually decide upon, okay, this is the vegetable that we are going to pick up for this season?
We have specified certain products which we want to focus on based on our strengths, because it's a very geo-specific industry. So we have to make sure that where we are selling, what are we selling there, what is the requirement. One is definitely we take the feedback from the farmers. Then for the weather is a big challenge today. Everybody's talking about global warming, which is actually happening. We see that weather changes and that is affecting the crops.
Oh.
So we move our research in that direction. Like we're working with tomato varieties that are heat tolerant. Earlier, tomato would never grow in heat. 30 degrees is the highest temperature the plant can handle. We're coming up with varieties that with even 45 degrees, plant is able to flower and give fruits. Because we don't have weather in our hands. There are a lot of variables. New viruses are coming up, new diseases are coming up. So we have to see plant should be resistant to that disease, because we are working in the traditional form of breeding. We are not going for GMOs or genetically modified. We are not working in that direction. We want it to be a natural process. So natural selection is done for the conditions we require. And the other challenge is because it's geo-specific. Tomato, for a layman, tomato is tomato, right? There's no difference. But if you're a farmer, you will want to see which kind of tomato will be accepted. Will it be the oval kind, which is called the Bangalore tomato, or mostly which is used dual purpose for salads and for cooking. But then there are certain other, these are called acidic types, which are used for their sour taste, which is the flattish round varieties. We have to maintain inventory for all of these. So it requires a lot of planning, because we have to do the seed production, and you can't sell it in the same year because we have to do quality checks. We do something called a grow out test. Once we do the seed production, we sow the seed to make sure that all the plants have similar kind of produce. All the tomatoes are same. All is what the result or the produce is what we wanted from that plant. So that is a big challenge. So whatever seed we grow today, produce today, will be selling in next year or next season. So those kind of inventory management has to be done. And if the season fails, like now the farmers are not getting the price for their produce. This is also a challenge. It's a good for consumer because they don't have to pay higher amount. But if the farmer is not getting the money, he will not grow it again. He will not see it as a profitable business. So that is another challenge. Our planning has to be perfect. Of course, because we're dealing with weather and these conditions which are not in hand, you have ups and downs. And yes, another thing is seed industry is entry level barrier. So new market entries are very difficult because of internet being available to farmers and everybody. They rely highly on YouTube and social media to understand the products. It's not
Mhm.
anymore the old days where the farmer they say whatever you tell him, innocent farmer, they will listen. No, it's a
Mhm.
different condition today. The
Mhm.
farmer is very smart. They
Mhm.
are very picky of what they want to sow, because
Mhm.
seed is your first input. If the seed is good, everything else is good. We also research in such a way that hybrids are virus resistant, so that the sprays and what they have to put for the growth of the plant will come down. Those expenses, indirect expenses, are saved. So it's okay
Mhm.
if the seed is expensive, but
Oh.
so
Mhm.
they are okay to pay higher dollar for higher rupee for that, but which will save the money eventually.
So, what help do you guys receive from the government because of all this process?
From the research point of view, there is a department called DSIR, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, which acknowledges your research. So they
Wow.
certify you that, okay, this is a DSIR certified company. That means they have a good research. They are working in that direction. It's not, you're not buying and selling or not doing anything else, but these are your products which you're
Mhm.
spending time and effort, because agriculture seed research is time consuming.
Yeah,
It takes
definitely.
5 years
Mhm.
for a product to get commercialized and you profiting out of it. It's a very tedious process. It took us some few attempts to get the
Mhm.
certificate, but the scientists who they are very helpful. They do not budge easily, but they do suggest what you need to do next time when you apply. So they're helpful in
Mhm.
that way. Uh,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's not just yes or no thing. So they tell,
Mm.
okay, we you need to do this if you want it. We were very thankful to the scientists who helped us through this process. And another thing is you have something called PPVFR, Plant Variety Protection and Farmers' Right Act, which India is the only country in the whole world who
Wow.
we have farmers' right, which is not there in other countries. So here, this is similar to your intellectual property rights.
Mhm.
So for seed, because we as a company, you spend a lot of resources into building a product. We need some kind of a protection, and the government helps in this.
Mhm.
Again, it's a time consuming thing, but
Mhm.
nevertheless, it's present, unlike
Mhm.
a lot of other countries across the globe. We also have few products registered in PPVFR,
Wow. Mm.
and we are also DSIR certified. So Lucky Seed is fortunate in that direction.
Wow. So, do you get international acknowledgement also for these certifications?
Yes, and
Mm.
if you have a PPVFR, this is accepted globally, and
Mhm.
India has actually set the framework for the world. Uh,
Wow.
so yes, they do acknowledge it. We are still at the very beginning stage.
Mhm.
It will take time, but it
Definitely,
will
but still,
happen.
you have made your mark in this
Yes,
industry.
yeah,
That's amazing. I think it is really a big achievement for something as delicate as seeds, because there is a shelf life for these
yes,
products also, right? So,
correct.
how do you manage the shelf life?
Different products have different life cycles. The germinations drop based on as long as you keep. We do have very high quality standards. That's what keeps us apart from the rest, where farmers are okay. Lucky Seed product, yes, we can. There's some kind of assurance of quality. We have a
Mhm.
separate team for QC, quality control. We do different tests, something called a grow test, which is growing the seed and making sure what the farmer does, we replicate that to make sure
Mhm.
the farmer does not face that issues. So if
Mhm.
anything, we do it before selling the seed. If it does not pass GOT grow test, we do not sell. So
Mhm.
we entire inventory we have to discard it. So there's something called germination test, which we do those things, and there's always we do grading with the seed, the sizes of the seed, what we want. So the light seed is removed. Machineries are there for that. We have a team which is highly qualified to handle all these things. I think seed industry seed company is recognized by the high quality seed they provide. So if you cannot give that, it's very difficult to run a
Mhm.
seed company.
Wow. So, since you guys have sustained from the past 3 decades, so you have a very strong base when it comes to research, maintaining the purity, quality, and the tests and all this. What is your view for taking these seeds as a global brand? So, does this branding applies even to seeds as well?
Yes, yeah, I think even in the industry, seed industry, brands are important.
Mhm.
Um, so, like I said, if you provide a high quality seed, it kind of becomes a standard in the industry. So, for example, if we take the Vivek muskmelon, for example, the farmer grows it and the vendor comes in to pick the fruits. They would pay higher amount for a branded product. So if somebody grows Lucky Seeds Vivek, they might get 2 to 5 rupees extra per kg
Mhm.
than if they grow some other company's muskmelon. So
Oh.
a farmer is also brand conscious, and it becomes a standard. Like, do you have Vivek?
Oh, okay.
Vivek is first choice.
Mhm.
So those things, yes, play a very big role. It
Mhm.
is time consuming to get that brand acknowledgement from the farmer. If the
Mhm.
farmer says yes, Vivek, and you
Mhm.
become a standard, that means you have achieved. It's like Colgate for toothpaste and Xerox
Oh,
for
oh,
photocopy.
oh. Awesome. So, any testimonials for your products? Like, since you have been mentioning Vivek many times, I consider Vivek is one of your star products.
I mean, I would say an upcoming superstar for us is our Nol Khol variety, which is also called Kohlrabi. This is in one of the eastern markets. The general size of a Nol Khol is 250 grams when you get the fruit. So what happens is this farmer, and if it grows any larger, there are fibers in it, and you can't eat it. So this
Mhm.
farmer he kept the field, and because of some condition he could not sell, he let the field be there, and the weight of the nolkol went up to 1 kilogram,
Ooh.
and and we were very anxious, and we were telling him to cut the field off because you will lose the crop. And then he's like, I don't mind if I don't make 1 rupee from this field, but I'm so excited to see that the fruit has grown so big and it's still edible.
Mhm.
and
Oh.
and he says that I will let this grow. I don't mind not making a 1 rupee, but I want to understand how big it is going to grow. And and the last recorded weight we got was around 1.25 kgs.
Wow.
And we were also surprised to see that, because
Mhm.
uh, I maybe because we were happy with 250 grams to 300 grams is when it's accepted and it's
Mhm.
sold in the market.
Mhm.
But yeah, it had a good response from the market also, where the consumer also was accepting it, even though of the bigger size, because there was no fiber in it. Still, the taste was there in that. So that was
Mhm.
a very exciting story, which I
Mhm.
I can share with you guys.
So, whatever seeds which this farmers procure, it is not only the purity and the quality. So, the taste also, the end taste also differs, is it, from product to product?
Yes, yes. A lot of seed companies are thinking about adding nutritional value to these, but we are still a long way away from there. From one is from a Indian perspective and the global perspective. Right now, we still need to supply food. Then
Mhm.
comes the second stage is nutritional food. There are a lot of departments, international departments, who are AVRDCs there. These are working in finding out which crop has high nutrition. So that is
Mhm.
their job. But from a vegetable point of view, or from a private seed companies from point of view, that movement has started, but we are a little away from where that becomes reality.
So the general perception is that nutrition and quality goes hand in hand. So this is something which is a new thing even for me to understand this. Since you guys are in this industry from the past 3 decades, what are the growth opportunities which are available now if a person wants to start branding, or who are already existing now, let's say 10 years or 15 years, or somebody who wants to enter into this field as well? What are the growth opportunities which are available?
Oh, growth opportunities are tremendous because of the weather changing and the geo specification of the products. You can, with one, if you have just one hero product, that's enough. You don't have to worry too much. But yes, there is opportunities where we are just still at the surface.
Mhm.
You just scratch the surface. It is, a mile deep and a mile wide. It's not like the other places where you change one thing and you're done. Changing one feature, one quality in the product can change the growth structure, growth patterns of the plant. It's also that if I'm growing something in Telangana, the same seed, if I grow in Telangana, same I grow in Assam, it might not have the same results. So that's where the opportunities are more. It's not a
Oh.
problem. It's an opportunity.
So all challenges are opportunities.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You are already having so many star varieties, and as you say that even one will be sufficient, so there is lot of thriving opportunities for Lucky Seeds.
I'm hoping it is.
So, for somebody who is associating with Lucky Seeds, be it in terms of farmers or the research company or the marketing people, so what are the kind of benefits do you think they stand to gain from Lucky Seeds?
From a seed company perspective, like I said, we are a very close knitted team. Everybody who is involved, everybody's opinion matters. Both positive, negative, we take it very seriously. All our stakeholders, our team is our stakeholder, our customer, our farmers, our distributors, our dealers, everybody, when they say something, we just listen to it with our ears open and make sure that there is an action on that. So we want to stay that way. Because my father was that way, and I want that to happen in that way because it is important. If everybody wants to be heard, and we listen to them, and you take an action, definitely, if they are saying something to you, they are saying with an intention to benefit you, and that shows that they care for you. And if you do not reciprocate in the same manner, respond in the same manner, then the next time they might not give you their opinion, and then you are at loss.
Awesome. Yeah. So this is the kind of culture that Lucky Seeds has been, along with the seed, the culture has also grown very strongly.
Yes, I'm hoping it is that. But we are intending in that direction. We have people who have been working with my father from past 20 years, who are still who joined us and who are still with us. And yes, so that shows a lot of respect for mutual respect for each other.
Awesome. So, coming to your vision for the future. So, you have come a long way. Even you have also been a part of Lucky Seeds from your childhood days. And now, how do you see the vision of the company taking forward?
I want it to grow. I want every farmer to grow Lucky Seeds.
Just like that product from 250 grams to 1.25 kg.
Yes. Yes, I want. I mean, because we intend to give high quality seed, and we want to make sure that all farmers get access to high quality seed, and with the intention that they should prosper. Even our slogan is spreading prosperity everywhere. So that's what we intend to do. If we can reach the farmer, yes, prosperity will follow.
Awesome. So, how do you plan to continue growing and expanding your product line?
Yeah, so we do a lot of research. Like, for example, recently we are working on okra. We had close to 93 hybrids in pipeline, but out of that, 4 or 5 were selected. Remaining were discarded. So that's the kind of continuous research we want to keep doing. So we keep eliminating the ones which we don't want, and keep working on what the farmer is looking for. So we constantly take feedback from farmers. We make sure that they understand what we are doing, and is that what they want, or what is that they want that we can accommodate in our research and move in that direction. That's how you get a high quality product, and when the farmer is happy, we are happy.
Yeah, awesome. So, how do you handle failures? See, when you say 90 varieties and then you have to discard so many things, putting in so much of effort each time. So, what is it that drives you from within to go back to research again and again? The last thing that I expected about research was in a seed company.
So one thing is, when the farmer says, I don't want money from the field, but that is his livelihood. That itself is like a big push for us to work in that direction. Secondly, is once you become a brand, the customer loyalty, the farmer stays loyal to you, because what you have developed is based on their expectations, and we have spent that effort. And the entry level barrier is passed, and that time, after that, it becomes the farmer treats your company like their own, and they make sure that rest happens. So that is what keeps us pushing us back to keep doing more and more. If the farmer is happy, I don't think you need to think again whether you want to spend more effort in research or not.
Wow, that's really amazing. So, what would your message be to all your stakeholders or to upcoming brands, somebody who wants to enter into this kind of research-based activity? So, what should be the mindset and what would be your message to them?
I think patience is the first thing which you learn in seed industry, coming from an IT industry, which is completely opposite. Everybody wants things quick there. Here, people are like, let it take its time. But patience is something which you keep, and you have to wait for that window. One opportunity you will be given by circumstances, or by being a little spiritual here, by God, where you will get that window where opportunity will show up, and you just have to stay patient. And yes, research, it's important, because what products we have today might not be accepted a few seasons later, because the weather is not in your favor, the markets are not in your favor, but you still need to eat. You still need to fill your stomach and work for that. So you have to work in research. Research is very important, especially in seed industry. And yes, patience and people. You have to trust people. You have to have patience. These are the two things. I think people and patience are very important for this line of business.
Amazing. So, from mobile to people and patience and building relationships and spreading prosperity, you have had a wonderful journey, is what I can say.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not done yet. I think we have a small other thing in seed industry. There's a saying: once you start, you get into seed industry, you don't leave it. That'll probably be the last. So we have people. I meet people at the age of 90, 95 who are still working. They still go out. With my previous company, my father he was Dr. Datta. He's a retired scientist from IIHR, Indian Institute of Horticultural Research. He is 95, and he still goes to the field
Wow.
in the hot sun, wears the cap, takes the notes down, observes the plants. So, it becomes your addiction rather than uh, work. So I also can start associating myself there. It's no longer going and picking up a vegetable. You start noticing things. You start seeing the difference, of course, because you start spending time in that industry. So this is definitely an addiction. If you're ready for it, yes, get into it.
So it's a never-ending love affair.
Yes, 100%.
Awesome. So, with this, we almost come to the end of this conversation. Balwant, it's been wonderful chatting to you, and it's been a very enlightening talk because so many things I got to know about this industry. And though it is a business, which I thought, but initially, but it is, you have given it a totally different outlook towards it. It's a living organism, is what I can say. Every day you're living each moment with it. Wonderful.
Right. So
Maybe,
this social entrepreneurship is a word which came long after what we've been doing. So agriculture seed industry is social entrepreneurship. Yes, you get monetary benefits from it, but at the end of the day, you're doing it for the farmers.
Amazing work, amazing work. I wish you all success in your vision of taking things to every nook and corner of the world. May Lucky Seeds thrive in all dimensions. So, if people want to reach out to you, whoever is listening to this conversation, if they want to get any kind of information or learn things from you, how do they connect with you?
Write to me. My email address is balwant@luckyseeds.in. You can write directly to me. I'll be more than happy to get in touch with them and answer whatever questions they have. And maybe something I can learn from them.
Wow. So you have that lifelong learning attitude as well. So you are a true entrepreneur. Awesome, Balwant. It's been wonderful, wonderful chatting with you. And thank you so much for giving us this opportunity of sharing your wonderful journey and your amazing insights. I'm sure whoever will listen to this conversation will gain benefit out of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Savita. I think it's a good opportunity. This is my first podcast. So it's really good to at least do it with some known person. So I'm more comfortable. Thank you so much for making it easy.
I'm truly bowled over by the things that you are doing. This is awesome work, Balwant. I thank Balwant Singh from the bottom of my heart for sharing his seeds of success, which is both challenging and rewarding. He owes Lucky Seeds' success to his dedicated and talented team. From research and development to testing, production, and distribution, the entire team works tirelessly to ensure that every seed meets the highest standards of quality and performance. What an amazing team, isn't it? Through their hard work, expertise, and commitment to customer satisfaction, trust and loyalty has been built with the farmers. Lucky Seeds has emerged as a leader in the seed industry, bringing smiles to farmers' faces and is driving progress in agriculture. Lucky Seeds' focused vision is what gives them their holistic growth. So, do care to share this episode with someone whom you feel needs to listen and take action now. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful listener. We at Dream 100 Business Show help business owners in creating an audio profile for their business and thereby a personal brand so that they can reach out to new audiences locally and globally. All you have to do is click on the link in the show notes and join the Telegram group so that you'll be able to connect and interact with other listeners, and write to us if you want to get featured as a podcast guest. We are waiting to hear from you. Thank you for being such a wonderful listener. Thank you.